shout outs for this week. My shout outs for this week are, of course, my #1 subscriber, Charlotte. She'll always be my first subscriber. And without her help, I don't think I ever would have even done this. So, and I know she hates for me to make a fuss over her. But I really want her to understand how much she impacts others by what she does. And it's in a good way. You know, if it was in a negative way, then I could see why she wouldn't want anybody to, you know, say anything about her. But everything I'm saying is good, you know. So, that being said, that's my first shout out. My next one this week goes to Carissa from Carissa Exposed. And Carissa is just cool, and she's down to earth. And she has what she calls cool chats or something like that. And it's like being at a bonfire at somebody's house that you, like, a really good friend of yours or something. I don't know how to explain it, but she makes you feel welcome. And I mean, it's like you're metaphorically taking off your shoes and you don't have to worry about anything being anything nasty being said or anything like that. So that being said, like I said, I don't know how she cultivates it, but it's amazing. Okay? My third shout out goes to Manda Pants Does Life. Manda brought to our attention some things that we really were not aware of happening on YouTube, some of us. If you're triggered easily, do not go watch Amanda's video, but otherwise, please do. And she did it in such a way that it was tastefully done. It wasn't... It could have been much more grotesque and vulgar than the way she handled it. So, that is why I said that she, Amanda, gets my last shout-out spot. Because she could have handled it way worse than she did. And I really applaud the way she did handle it. Yeah. So go check out that. Alright, now we're going to start with the top 15 to 20 Christmas movies. I couldn't seem to find enough room in this list for everything. And I mean, I even thought of more after I sat down here and started to get ready to film. That's how bad it is. For real. I was still thinking of stuff when I first started trying to film. Okay, number 15. Krampus. Krampus is a mythological creature talked about by an elderly grandma who was from Eastern Europe, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And if I am wrong, tell me in the comments, okay? Or send me an email. Basically, he comes and he takes bad kids away at Christmas time. Alright. The next one is Santa Claus the movie. And no, I'm not talking about Tim Allen. I'm talking about Dudley Moore in 1984 or 5. And, yeah. Dudley Moore plays an elf named Patches. And the only reason I really know about this movie is not really because of my age, but because I had a younger brother that was like 9 years younger than me. And this was one of his favorites. Number 13. Ernest Saves Christmas. Now, if you're aware of the Ernest franchise, then you know some of them are really good and some of them are really, really bad. But, that being said, the Christmas one is one of the more redeemable ones. My oldest absolutely loved it. So, and she also liked the Halloween one that was, it was Ernest Scared Stupid is the Halloween one. And it is about the same caliber as the Christmas one. Like I said, the Christmas one is Ernest Saves Christmas. Okay? Number 12 is a tie. The first one is Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. In this movie, Arnold plays a father who messes up big time at Christmas. The other movie at number 12 is Christmas with the Cranks. This is a Tim Allen movie. And it's based on a John Grisham novel called Skipping Christmas. Number 11, and I know some people are going to argue with me on this one, but it is yeah, Die Hard. And I know a lot of people go, oh, that's not a Christmas movie. I beg to differ. If you remember when he kills the one terrorist, he says, and I quote, ho, ho, ho. Wait. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Sounds Christmas to me. And if you listen, when he's in the limo on the way from the airport to the party, he actually, the limo driver actually plays Christmas in Hollis. So, yeah, and it's a Christmas party he's going to. So, yes, it is a Christmas movie, and I do not care to argue it, but if you want to argue it, put it in the comments, and we will argue it. How about that? Okay. Number 10. Home Alone 1 and 2. I only included 1 and 2 because the ones after that do not have the same casts. And so, to me, they're just not as good as the first two in the set. Number 9, the Santa Claus Trilogy. Yeah, now this is the Santa Claus with Tim Allen in it. And I put it in this way because I know most people like at least 2 of the movies really, really well. And some do kind of like all 3. And others, like I said, only like 2 of the 3. Number 8. Now this one for me is bittersweet because yeah, this one is kind of bittersweet for me because not too long after it was made, Robin Williams passed away. And Robin is in this movie. He plays the dad, or grandpa, who gets called Pooh-Bah. Which is kind of interesting. I never would have thought of that, but there's so many names for grandpa nowadays. I mean, the one I'm separated from goes by Pop Pop. But, yeah. So, it's a Joel McHale and Robin Williams and Lauren Graham. And it's called Merry Friggin' Christmas. And so it and I really like the movie, but like I said, it's bittersweet for me because I know that Robin died not long after the movie. And I have always been a huge Robin Williams fan. So it kind of, you know, broke my heart a little bit because of that. And I love to watch it, but sometimes I'll catch myself tearing up because he's just not here, you know? He's gone. Okay. So, on to the next one. It is 7, Muppets Christmas Carol. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, oh wow, this is a huge departure from the rest of the list. But, as a mom and a grandma, I can tell you that anything that brings good memories of being with your children or your grandchildren becomes that much more precious just because you spent time with them while experiencing it. And what I mean by that is that my youngest was a sickly little boy. He was born 5 weeks early, and he had lung problems from before the minute he was born. Actually, that was one of the reasons I had to have him early, because it was his lungs were not right. And he got his first pneumonia at 3 months, and his fever was at 105. And I was never so scared in my life. But he and I watched a lot of movies that winter, every winter, as he grew, because he always had lung issues. Once you have them, it seems like they're really hard to get through or whatever. Now, he's doing much better with that now, but that's beside the point, and I really don't want to talk about my children too much. I'm just saying that this particular movie sticks with me and is on this list because of the memories it brings of me, you know, snuggled with a sick baby. Okay. Number 6. Bad Santa. I really enjoyed the first one. As you notice, I did not put the second one in here. I love Kathy Baker. Is that her name? Anyway, Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates. I love Kathy Bates. But, that being said, I don't think the story behind the second one is as good as the story of the first one. So, that's why that one lands a little odd in the countdown. Because I really, really, really didn't care for the second one at all. Okay. Number 5. Elf. Now, of all of Will Ferrell's movies, I will say this is one that I do enjoy. But not a lot of his other ones. Now, I do like the parts of the one called The Other Guys, where they play cops. Him and Mark Wahlberg. But that is going off topic, so. Number 4. Tyler Perry's Medea's Christmas. If you like Tyler Perry and Medea, then absolutely this is your movie. That being said, it also has Kathy Najimy and who played Peg. And it also has Larry the Cable Guy in it. So, you have Medea, then you have Kathy Najimy from King of the Hill. And Larry the Cable Guy. It's, yeah. And that's why it's number 3. Okay, number 2. Die Hard 2. Again, if you don't agree this is a Christmas movie, that's fine with me. But In my world, it is. Okay? That being said, I really like this one almost more than I like the original. And I know people are going, oh no, please don't say that. But yeah, I kind of like the story behind this one better than the story in the original. Okay, so Die Hard 2. I like the story behind this better, and honestly, there is a couple plane crashes in it that just can really blow you away. And if you are a fan of action movies, this one is going to be, you know, up there for you. As far as everything, because, you know. Okay. So that brings us to number 1. Finally, huh? Like, thank God, then this woman can shut up and leave us alone. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Number 1 on this list is... You want to guess? Tell me in the comments if you get it right. Okay. Number 1 in this list is Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. Doris Roberts and Juliette Lewis also have some good parts, and Johnny Galecki from The Big Bang also have parts. And it's just, basically, it's about how when you have company at Christmas time, everything can go to heck real quick. And there's a couple times when he literally is screaming about about things that he's seeing or whatever. Yeah, so Christmas Vacation is the number one. Okay, now that we're done with that, I hope everybody's getting their shopping done. I know it's hard because we're all pretty much indoor cats now, as you'd say. I mean, I don't know, you know. And I've been in lockdown for winter for a long time now. And I'm getting used to the idea. It's not always fun. It's not always good. And that's another reason that I'm glad Charlotte talked me into doing this. Because it really does give me something to do, something to edit, something to... I've always got something to edit, something to look at, something that needs, you know, that I want to find a way to talk about if I can without upsetting anyone, and, you know, just that kind of thing. And right now I need that because I need to figure out who I am alone, because I haven't been alone in a long time. But we decided to do one last family Christmas together with without bringing his new girlfriend into the sitch. But like I was saying, I finished our Christmas shopping, so that's good. And I finished it this morning, and this afternoon I got one of the first packages from last week's order. So I thought that was kind of interesting that, you know, one minute you've got you're ordering stuff still, and the next some of the stuff that you've already ordered is coming in. So, and that's good because it's going to give me time to work on wrapping it and not having to do it all at once in one sitting. I really hate waiting and having to do everything at the last minute. I really do. I just don't like it. It's just not me. And yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, trying to get a list from grown-up children sometimes is harder than getting what the little ones want. You have to keep reminding them. I need your Christmas list, please. So luckily, my son-in-law was the first one to send me his list. So then I went to the other three kids and said, look, I have his Christmas list. Where's yours? So then they all got busy and got me their lists. Because without the list, you can't do the shopping, right? That's my understanding. And I think we'll leave it here for now, and I'll catch you in the next one. Laters.